there have been Black American women that have been surveilling passport bros in foreign countries. They go to Colombia, they go to Brazil and other locations, and they literally surveil the passport bros. It's okay, he's going over that bar over there.
Mm-hmm.
They doing over there and who they talking to, and then they bring back their reports to TikTok. Black women really like TikTok, so they bring reports over there and tell you who's over there. The locals with the freakum dress on, meet them on the tarmac, at the airport, etc. Yeah. And many of these ladies are kind of I just saw a video last week, and she was a pretty girl too. FBA, if you will. She was over, I think she was in Colombia, Cartagena, I believe. And she was almost in tears because no American brother would, they see her and they cross over the other side of the street. And that's the type of treatment that many of the American Black women get when they go to these locales, because the brothers don't want no parts of them. And nothing personal, sis, but look, I was talking to a brother earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about, and I don't know if you've seen this. Kevin one time asked the question of the ladies, do you belong to Black men or not? And then asked, why is it so hard for so many of you sisters to smile?
Yeah.
We got so many calls that day.
I remember that.
One in particular fought him tooth and nail about why I got to smile for you. Brother was on the dais today on my show. He said that right there, that was the final straw that broke the camel's back for me.
How does that work with you and your wife? Like, is she more like laid back?
My wife is she's everything that a woman's supposed to be. Soft-spoken, elegant, extremely laid back, extremely.
When y'all get in an argument, what does she do?
We don't do arguments.
Okay.
We don't argue.
If you guys get in a disagreement, what does she do?
She does what grown women do. She lets me be right until I realize I'm wrong.
Damn.
That's how grown women navigate. Yeah, I deal with feminine women.
Wait, say it again.
That was hard. Say it again.
She allows me to be right until I come back and realize I'm wrong. That's what smart women do.
So when do you come
Ladies,
back
that's a new standard.
It could be when I leave. I could go get in my car. It could be a day. It could be
What if
2
you
days.
never realize it?
She knows what kind of man she got. I'm going to realize it. Man, this is the Nothing But the Truth live podcast.
If a man is testing you instead of choosing you, listen carefully. Men don't test women that they want to choose. They test women that they're unsure about or already know that they don't want to commit to. Not to choose her, but to justify not choosing her. Because when a man sees long term, he doesn't play games. He protects connection. And here's the part women miss. These tests aren't unconscious. They're quiet evaluations. Testing looks like mixed signals. Hot today, cold tomorrow. Pulling back to see if you'll chase. And doing the bare minimum to see if you'll accept it. And here's the part women miss. These tests aren't about compatibility. These tests are about convenience. He's watching. Will she over-explain? Will she lower her standards? Will she still stay if I give less? If you pass these tests, he doesn't respect you more. He just learns that he doesn't have to step up. A man who wants you doesn't see how much you'll tolerate. He shows up with consistency so he doesn't lose you. If you feel like you're being tested, he's already decided that you're temporary. Peace and love. Like and follow.
I just don't understand how the most basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's out of control, and it's getting to a point where it needs to be stopped.
Okay. So she's super jealous of this new reality where guys are disgusted with American women in this country because it's really becoming like a pandemic of sorts of just horrible behavior. And they go to other countries and they meet women who want to be in their feminine, right? Because they haven't been indoctrinated in the same way.
This episode is for women. I know it's so easy to feel discouraged by all of the unfair. that we have to deal with when it comes to double standards, misogyny, power imbalances, all of that. There are hard times in life where obviously I could sit and think this would never happen to a man. If I had a dick, like, would I be further? Would I be treated different? All of it. As women, we are up against the biggest uphill battle. We are not all of the things that a lot of men think we are and want us to be.
Your success comes from having a podcast where every single one of your guests is just someone talking about how much they want to cheat on their husband. You've demonstrated exactly why we're called the land of opportunity, because you used your opportunity to make a podcast for moms who accidentally burned the lasagna on a Sunday night because they were too busy fantasizing about cheating on their husband of 20 years with their Pilates instructor. And that's how you make money. More than 300 times the average man. More than 99% of the globe. So I'm not really understanding this angle that you people like to take as if you're being held down. If anything, I'd say it's quite the opposite. You're doing the bare minimum. So imagine what women who are actually talented could do. But word on the street is she has the most listened to podcast by women in the world. So if you genuinely take advice from people like this, who are the top 0.01% of the world, who are feeding you victimhood because they'll say anything to keep themselves at the top and keep you on depression pills, and they laugh in your face because you fall for it every time. If these are your idols, then maybe you can't handle success anyway.
Hi, women don't leave good men. It usually takes a woman a really long...
No, that's stupid. Women leave good men all the time. I'm Max Butterfield, Dr. Max Butterfield. I study this kind of thing for a living, and if you're sick of the noise from the influencers, tired of the hot takes, the manipulation, the misinformation, the personal anecdotes leading you nowhere, follow me for daily science-backed reels about relationships, love, dating, attraction, and a whole bunch of other cool stuff. No manipulation, no misinformation. I call out the BS, and I won't leave you. Well, I mean, I will, so you better follow me, or else you'll never see me again.
Not because I stand on what I said. The guy who has treated me the most like out of all the guys that I've dated was an ugly literally the ugliest man.
What do you call yourself? Just asking. Also, nice septum ring nose piercing. Let's see if septum ring theory plays out here.
And out of all of them, treated me the worst. He looked like a rat. He was so ugly that when we were I had to close my eyes because I was scared that if I looked directly at him, I turned to
Oh, he was so ugly that you had sex with him? He was so ugly that you spread your legs for him to literally get inside of you and be the most intimate two human beings can possibly be? Yeah, checks out, makes sense, you retarded freaking
ugly fuck.
You're an ugly
Guess who treated me the best out of all the boyfriends that I dated? The hot one with the big wiener.
I'm sorry, but I don't believe her. Believe no women is what I preach. And yeah, why don't I believe her? It's because I don't think an ugly septum nose piercing wearing like her, who is, by the way, obviously insufferable, could actually pull a hot guy with a big schlong. And if she did, what the F are you doing, dude? Come on, increase your standards. Men need better standards. They need to increase their standards where women need to decrease their standards, be humbled, and get back in the kitchen, if not the doghouse, because they're a bunch of freaking
I don't think men leave happy homes. I think they leave once that respect is gone. I have been divorced for 8 years. I was with my ex-husband for a total of 10 years, and we have a child together. And these are some of the things that I have learned along the way. And no, it did not come overnight, but ladies, listen up. If you want true loyalty from a man, ladies, you have got to stop making your husband or significant other the punchline for your social media likes and the gossip ring for your girlfriends. And don't forget, respect is like oxygen for a man. You take it away long enough, and I'm going to tell you what, honey, he is going to suffocate. And men don't just wake up one day and just decide to leave. Men leave after the same repetitive days, like coming home after working hard all day to the nagging, complaining, moaning, and griping. This in the ear as soon as they walk in the door. And sometimes you hear these women say, I don't know what happened, he just changed. Or maybe he just adjusted to the way that you've been treating him. And some of you I know are going to say, well, it sounds like he just can't handle a strong woman. Then, no, I'm pretty sure he can handle a strong woman. He doesn't want to handle a disrespectful one. So when your husband gets home from work, hug him, tell him you love him, how much you appreciate him, how much you're thankful for the hard work that he does to provide for your family, because I'm telling you, you do not want to be on the other side of this fence.
And you know, going back to, you know, they're talking about a man seeing a woman crossing the street. And like he said, she was a pretty woman, but men don't want to deal with that anymore. It's the problem that you're going to run into. Men don't have, it's time out for this foolishness. And men have continued to tell modern women, I don't like the way that I'm being treated. I don't like the way that you're talking to me. I don't like the way you're addressing me. I don't like the way you blow everything up and take everything to the extreme as if I'm a creep. I don't like the way you portray me in public, especially to my family, my friends. And when you get mad enough, you go to my job and try to get me fired. And really all I try to do was say hello to you. I don't like that. And modern women keep on doing it. And modern women are now getting the result or the consequences of what they've been doing. They're getting the result of what they've been asking for. And they don't like it, unfortunately for them.
A lot of women today act like escorts. If a man has to pay you for your time in order to go out with you, then you're an escort, okay? Because us regular girls are not charging men money to take us out on a date. Like,
and I wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's like, if I'm dating, let's go play tennis if you play tennis. Let's go play some basketball. Let's do something fun together and get to know each other. I wouldn't want somebody taking me to a restaurant just so I could eat lobster tail for $400.
As a man, that when you leave a woman, she's gonna do worse.
No.
You think she's gonna get better?
I think she's gonna continue to do whatever she's doing that's making me leave. Whatever she was doing that made me leave, she about to do more of that.
So she doesn't get better.
I don't care if she gets better or not. She needs to go and see. Go see. You so right. You know all these great people who want you. Go see. Fuck yeah.
Cara, olha só o que aconteceu com essa mulher. Ela pegou o cabo que estava vindo da televisão e conectou no seu celular para carregar. Só que ela não percebeu que ela espelhou a tela do seu celular. E ela estava ali no Instagram vendo foto de homem e o marido dela filmando tudo. Quando ela percebeu, olha só a reação dela. Ela se fez de coitada e presta atenção, quebrou a televisão. Meu, deixa aqui nos comentários qual a sua opinião sobre a atitude dessa mulher. Se deu mal, né?
I just still don't like to be corrected in front of people.
And you know, and this is what I'm saying too. If somebody cannot be corrected, they're never gonna grow. And if you're not growing, what does that mean? If you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
I could be corrected. It's just about how somebody.
Hey, you ain't got to say it to me no type of way. Is it good information? I'ma catch it rather than not catch it and stay stagnant or stay with that character flaw. Women always care about, well, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Well, then miss it then. How about that? How about you didn't, because you so much in your feelings, miss the game then and stay where you at. And that's why a lot of women are. That's why men on average have more success than women, because women are so sensitive about how it's said. But I don't care how you say it to me. If it's some game in it, I'll take it. A hater of mine can say some real to me. Hey, I don't care if he a hater. Is what he's saying real? And if it's real, then thank you. I appreciate the gym and I'm going to fix it. But a woman ain't going to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why my growth is very fast, because I'll take any information from anybody.
If somebody did that to you and posted it and it got all these views, you would be okay with that? All right. That you already answered the question.
No, I think you should have seen the positive in it.
You're my homeboy, but you're still a man, so there are things that I expect from you, even though we're not in a romantic relationship. Let's get to it. Number one, if you are in the car with me while I'm getting gas, you are pumping my gas. I don't know why that one's controversial.
I'm gonna stop you right there. As a female friend, you get zero special privileges. Zero. You're the homie. You're the same thing as my homeboy at this point in my life. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you're a girl doesn't mean I'm going to treat you any differently than my homeboy. If I'm in the car with my homeboy and he pulls up to get gas, am I pumping the gas? No. What are you talking about? You can't expect me to treat you like the homeboy, but then also treat you like my girl. Like, I'm not doing that. This is what I'm talking about when I say women don't view men as human beings. They view them as, and women put men in two categories, okay? 3 categories. You're either their father, their servant, or you don't exist. Those are the only options you got for women. You're either their father, their servant, or you simply don't exist in their reality.
Women are doing at home between $150,000 to $250,000 a year in domestic labor.
So you're saying women are doing $150,000 to $200,000 of unpaid labor?
Yes.
Have you thought about the unpaid labor that men do around the house? Construction, landscaping, plumber,
Yes.
electrician, pest control, security guard, IT support, chauffeur, mechanic, babysitter, etc.
That is such a fantastic point. Do you own a firearm?
No.
Would you date a guy who owns a firearm?
Yes.
Okay,
I have.
you dated?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's interesting because you're saying, well, for you to have a full-time armed security guard, which is what women have, that's really expensive. Women basically have executive protection for free. That's unpaid labor. In fact, can I ask you a question? Husbands should be willing to protecting you.
Yes.
Take the bullet.
Yeah.
Would you do the reverse for him?
No.
If we're talking about unpaid labor, if I wanted to hire 24/7 security, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars a year.
This man believes that if a woman knowingly makes a false accusation of rape proven beyond doubt, she should face the same prison sentence the man would have faced if found guilty.
But I think that if anybody makes a false accusation about anything, let's use a woman making she knows it's a false accusation of against a man, and she's caught, and it's proven she did that beyond a reasonable doubt, she should serve whatever prison sentence that man would have served if her accusation had been believed.
And why is it so hard for things like that to get passed? Like, shouldn't that be cut and dry?
Well, because most of the people making the false accusations tend to be women making those kinds of false accusations. And women are treated, as in life generally, with softer gloves than men are treated. They get shorter prison sentences. They get more favorable treatment in court. They're less likely to get convicted in the first place on essentially identical facts. Society just treats women differently than men, especially when they're going to be put to some kind of duress.
Should the penalty for a proven false accusation match the crime itself?
I have a TikTok going a little viral right now because it ended up triggering a whole group of women. Essentially what I said is that there are women that will leave their marriage simply because she isn't happy. Yet men will tolerate years of disrespect in order to maintain the commitment that he made to that marriage. For those of you that get it, you either one, have experienced this yourself, or you've witnessed very closely somebody that has gone through it. Two, you understand that this is not always the case across the board, but you understand that it does happen, so it can be validating to those that have experienced it. Number three, somewhere in the last 5 videos that you just swiped up on, you saw a video that a man was being blamed for whatever it was in the relationship, that it was his fault. At least one of them is giving a woman's perspective on relationships or dating. And lastly, 4, how many videos do you see out there where a woman is getting a divorce or she's thinking about getting a divorce simply because she's not happy? It's happening, ladies. It's happening.
Send this video to all the women.
As a woman, one of my responsibilities is to overstand my divine counterpart, which is man. As the natural nurturers that we claim to be, we should have the patience and be able to get to know his mental state. Understand that we aren't the only ones that go through things. They go through things too. And just how our mental state should be checked on, there should be too. And as a woman, we should have the ability and the intuition. And then as a matriarch, everyone's saying that it's time for a matriarch. It's time for the women to stand up. How can we stand up and run or be over anything when we don't even understand our divine counterpart? We don't even understand man. It should be a system where I protect him, he protects me. I lift him up, he lifts me up. Now we both up. And now things are moving, things are in motion. Because we have that understanding that it's not just about women, it's also about the men as well.
Your wife told the truth anonymously. There's a writer named Ayala. She runs the biggest anonymous relationship polls on the internet. Tens of thousands of respondents. Brutal questions women won't answer publicly. The data is staggering. Her polls keep landing on the same truth. What women say about their marriages and what they admit anonymously are not the same thing. The gap is enormous and growing. I've watched the offline version of this for 25 years. The wife who said she was just tired had decided to leave 18 months ago. The wife who said the marriage was in a rough patch already had a boyfriend. The data Ayala collects anonymously is the same data sitting at your kitchen table. Your wife just hasn't said it out loud yet. She isn't lying. You're just not the person she answers honestly. If you're feeling this gap, DM me consult.
When a woman is truly in love with you, she adjusts to you.
her tone will soften, her attitude will shift, and her behavior self-corrects because she cares. When she's not in love, she challenges everything. Every request you have becomes an argument. Every concern you have becomes, oh, that is just your insecurity. And every flaw that she displays gets defended as what? Oh, this is just who I am. No, those lines do not mean confidence. It means indifference. Love does not demand acceptance of disrespect. Hear that again. Love does not demand acceptance of disrespect. Love creates awareness. It creates restraint, and it also creates effort. Women also change for desire, and desire cannot be negotiated, argued, or begged for. A woman who values you does not need ultimatums. She notices what hurts you and fixes it on her own. A woman who doesn't value you will tell you just to deal with it or suck it up. Pay close attention to accountability. If she refuses it, deflects it, or turns every conversation into a power struggle, she's already halfway out the door. This is not about men versus women. This is basic human behavior. People improve for what they fear losing, not what they feel entitled to. So if you are constantly explaining yourself, lowering your standards, or swallowing the disrespect just to keep the peace, understand this clearly. Peace without respect is just a slow, eroding abandonment. So put your foot down and put her in her place when you need to.
Well, I understand what Lauren was saying. Kind of put her in her place when you need to, but and don't really want to do that anymore. I shouldn't have to. Understand what we're saying. Understand what you're asking. Because a kid doesn't listen and a kid doesn't know how to behave, I would have to do that for a kid. But for a woman who's continuing to tell me that she's strong and independent, she don't need no man, I should not have to do that. And I don't want to do that. You have to understand, men are busy. Men have a lot of stuff going on, and they don't want to mess around with foolishness. That's what I keep on saying. These modern women, I want a man to put me on my place. I want a man to do this. And I could see if it was, every so often I need like a checkup or something, but because we all need like shocking you back into existence. But these modern women, they need that every day because they don't know how to act. I expect you to act like an adult. I don't want to have to tell you how to act. That's what men are saying. Instead of me trying to, don't do this, or now see, you know how you need to do this. I'm not even going to bother with it.
I don't know about anybody else, but sometimes I just forget, like comparably, how much larger my husband is than me. Like I forget that he's bigger than me. Because undoubtedly my attitude a lot of times makes me think I'm the same size as him. Like I could go toe to toe with this man and look him in his eye. But then there are times where I suddenly realize, I am small girl. I realized it last night. We were snuggling and he was Big Spoon and I was Little Spoon. And we're laying there and he reaches across me and holds my hand, but he kind of wraps his hand around my hand. And I'm just laying there and I think to myself, his hand is really big. And then I start taking stock of how much larger this man is compared to me. And it's when did I forget that
Men and women, not equal. And that's the hottest thing that I have ever realized, because we are not the same. We're not built the same. We are not wired the same. And thank God for that. Women bring magic men will never have. Intuition that feels danger before it walks in the door. Nurturing that turns a house into a home. And a softness that calms the wildest storms. Men bring power women should never have to carry. Direction when everything feels lost. Protection that makes you sleep like a baby. Raw strength that moves mountains so you don't have to.
I find it so interesting that when I talk about meeting my husband's needs, the automatic assumed thought is that it's just But the only need a man ever has is a need. That is completely untrue. Don't get me wrong. I've never denied my husband. I've never turned him down. I've never refused. I've always responded because I love being desired by my husband. And transparently, my husband's super sexy, okay? I desire my husband. But men are also significantly more complex than just lustful creatures like women like to paint them out to be. For example, women will sit here and demand a man increase his emotional intelligence, right? But what they really crave is that emotional vulnerability from a man. If you've ever listened to a man without interrupting him or trying to change his mind, you will hear from them that being vulnerable with a woman is a dangerous game to play. And women don't want to hear that because they refuse to take responsibility or accountability for the fact that they weaponize men's vulnerabilities. They will attack them, they will degrade them, and then they will emasculate him, and he will never come back from that.
When men are like, single women today only want men for their bank accounts and their good looks. I'm like, what bank accounts? What good looks? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what is this mirage that you're feeding to me? Like, find me a man who's like nice and funny and smart and hot and rich. Like, find me that man. I mean, they do exist. They're men. What you're explaining to me is a man. Maybe he is a straight man and exists somewhere and he's probably married to some beautiful girl, and I love that for both of them, but that's not you. Usually the person that's saying that is neither hot nor rich. It just kills me. I love it. Single women only want hot rich men. I'm like, where are they? You're ugly. What are you talking about? It's crazy.
What are you bringing to guys that you can make these demands of them, right? She's basically saying these guys don't exist, right? There's no nice, funny, hot, rich, smart. Well, that's a lot to have all in one, A. Secondly, if you're going to be that picky, you better be, I don't know, are you like Cinderella or something?
So we're not about to sit here and act like the reason why a lot of these young women be wilding out, promiscuous, and sleeping around is because they saw their moms, their aunts, and older cousins in their family being hoes. We're not going to sit here and act like a lot of these mothers weren't getting their daughters who was 14, 16 at a young age, and they would get pregnant again, then they would give them another. We're not going to sit here and act like mothers weren't more worried about a man being up in their house or focus on a man than focus on their own daughters, which is why a lot of the young women these days are super promiscuous. And a lot of these women my age, in their late 30s or early 40s, are too busy competing with the young women than actually trying to talk to them and educate them. You cannot sleep around with a bunch of people and not lose yourself.
People will look at men and blame, like people will say to a guy, well, you're angry, but fix your life, right? Well, you're angry because you're fat. Well, then get to the gym. Well, you're angry because you don't have any money. Well, get a job. People will be tough with guys. And rightfully so, right? You know, you need to build that backbone. You need to get out there. You need to prove yourself to yourself, right? But people won't show that same just blunt truth to a woman because they're afraid. Then the tears come and then the defensiveness comes and then you're called a misogynist, you're called a woman hater, all this crap. But the reality is that a lot of women are angry because they're setting up a life that doesn't make them happy.
In a room of 300 men, how many of them would you think find you attractive? Any number y'all want to give?
Out of 100?
300.
300?
Yeah, okay. I agree.
I don't know, unless they got money.
If you don't shut the up, ain't nobody about to spend no money on you. I got a 10-piece combo and a large soda. What's cracking? You talking about we can get it going. I got a box of Little Debbie's. Nigga ain't finna spend no money on you. Be grateful a nigga even looking your way. Fuck you talking about?
I'm cooking for you. I'm cleaning for you. I'm rubbing your head, both of them. I'm getting you dressed, socks and all. Put your feet in, babe. I'm rubbing neck, back, and feet. I don't care. I'm going all out my way for you. I'm going all out my way for you, okay? I'm a catering cancer. What did you expect? Huh? Oh.
Until you understand that women are literally children, you're not going to do very well with women. If you are taking women seriously and you are engaging with her as if she is your equal, you are going to she's going to with you. You're going to get cooked. This starts from a very young age. They learn that they can do anything and get away with anything because their father is likely castrated and not allowed to discipline her. They don't even learn right from wrong. For example, instead of taking accountability, a woman will cry, argue, turn red, faint, lose her keys, lose her purse, call her ex, call her mother, kick the dog, run away, get a flat tire, go to jail. She will do all of this before she says, you know what, I was wrong, I'm sorry. Because that would be maturity. And women, like I said, are literally children.
Women who want men to share more, to open up. Don't interrupt him. When he pauses, count to 30. Most men will come in at about 18, unless you're asking about feelings. Could be 3 days. Don't ever ask a question that isn't worth waiting for the answer. And women start waiting for the answer. And lo and behold, men start talking, which is amazing. He's opening up. Then they have a new complaint. Well, I listened to him for an hour and a half, and then he didn't listen to me. Men show appreciation by take and use. You know they appreciate the listening because they're talking. They know they appreciate the sandwich because they ate it. Women show appreciation by direct reciprocity. I listened to you for 27 minutes. Now you listen to me for 27 minutes. And women are profoundly aware of this. The men will open up and then they'll complain, but they're not listening to me. Well, that's a whole other thing. Get listened to by a man. He's not going to do it in return. He's not built that way.
Do you know what an apex predator is?
You're about to say some but go ahead.
I would say that women's greatest danger is a man. And so because of that, of course, there will be resentment there.
Yes, absolutely. Men do bad things to women. There's no disputing that. But you're saying that men are apex predators. That's like that's incredibly sexist. There's no getting around that.
Why is that sexist?
If someone were to say black people are apex predators, would you find that racist?
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm going to explain this to you. I'm just going to explain it to you because you're not getting it.
No, I'm getting it.
No, you're
not. So here's what you're going to do. No. Wait. Can I?
A race does not make you more... It does not make you more productive.
Not make you.
Oh, are we gonna get into this argument?
Does anyone think women are more superficial?
We're much more materialistic. I think that's a fact, and there's no shame in saying that we are. I truly don't think we should try and say, no, we're not materialistic. No, we don't like nice things, because I just don't think that's true. We are gatherers, so we like to go around and get the stuff and everything like that. I think men, just like Brian was explaining, they're very, very, very simple creatures. I think when they're looking for someone to be a wife, they're just looking for someone who can take care of their kids and bear them healthily. So I think men are extremely simple in comparison to women. There's no shame at all of having like these standards as a woman, but also to say that we're not superficial or men are more superficial than us is just not true.
If you are in a relationship right now, stay in your relationship. The dating market is exactly like the job market. Nobody is leaving their job because nobody is hiring. Do not leave your relationship. I've been single for literally an entire year and I'm aggressively dating. I'm on Tinder, I'm on Hinge, I'm on Bumble, I'm on Match, I'm on Seeking. I just paid $150 for a speed dating event, aggressively dating, and I'm still single. It is cold and it is lonely out here, and there are not enough men. So if you are in a relationship, stay exactly where you are. Don't come out of the house. Work it out. Fix it. Whatever it is.
You really better start listening to what she said. A lot of modern women don't really understand. Really, honestly and truly, a lot of these ladies don't understand. You don't have the pull that you think you do. They get out here. You have a lot of single moms, women that are like 40 something, trying to get out here. Honestly and truly, and they get out here thinking, like I said, you can get out here and you can go back to doing what you were doing. Oh, I still look okay. I might have gained a few pounds, but I still got it. You don't have it. You're playing in a different pool. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You need to be playing in a different pool. Number one. Number two, at some point in time, you have to retire. Modern women don't understand that. And so they think I could just hop out and do it one time for the one time. Do you know in the NBA, there's not a lot of people that can continue to do it at a high level after they reach like 40 something years old? They just can't. Maybe Tom Brady. Really, honestly and truly, he's probably one of the few ones that can get to 40, 39, 40 something and still play at a high level. But even at that, they need a lot of help, a lot of tools around them. a lot of them can't do it from scratch. It's just too much work and they don't want to do it. That's where modern women find themselves. Even if you're Tom Brady-esque, you're gonna need a lot of help. You can't do it by yourself. And even if you can, why would you want to? You're gonna that wall's gonna come and you're gonna run out of steam at some point in time.
On social media talk about how they go out to the clubs now and guys don't hit on them or go up to them anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, that's because of women.
Yeah.
You did that. You did that
100%.
by blowing men up on social media or screenshotting their courting text or making fun of them or whatever the case may be. That like, nah, we're just tired, bro. You know what I'm saying? I am that dude. I don't go up to women when I'm out and about. Was never really my way of courting women at a bar or a club, going up to them and spitting game or whatever the case may be. That's never been my route. But I see more and more women now say we go out and men don't even come up to us anymore. Like, how are we supposed to meet somebody?
Why is it considered romantic for a man to serve, but oppressive for a woman to serve?
You know, I actually really disagree with that. I don't think it's oppressive, but I think there's a lot of brainwash going on. I'm just going to say it straight out like that.
Like I said, it's a system set up by men. Women weren't allowed to serve, so now it just seems oppressive if we do. The roles are just weird to switch.
How do modern women respond if you ask them to make you a sandwich?
They'd respond negatively, but it's just a negative term coined by men meant to antagonize women.
A man really just got on this app and said we don't call women losers enough. And I couldn't agree more. So I made a list. Coming in at number 1, we have women who make man-hating content. Just because you can't find a man that you want that wants you back and all the ones you date are bums does not make all men losers. You're the loser because you can't get what you want. Right behind that at number 2, we have women who make de-center men content. They are literally the center of your content. If they didn't exist, neither would your platform. And lastly, for the girlies that actually post, are the ones that make first date content. It's in the same vein, it's all really ridiculous, and you're never going to find a man that is going to take you seriously because all of them are going to see your social media and run, as they should.
What do toxic women do to test men?
To be honest, I don't respect women who do this. And whoever is listening, if you're doing this, you really need to seek help because this is not normal behavior. Women who go out with their men and then do things to get the man jealous on purpose. It's like disrespectful to the man, to his lineage, to his masculinity. You're literally demasculating the man and you're cheap. That's all I can say for the woman. You're cheap. You can test him in so many ways. That's not a way to test a man. I hope every man fails that test because he's not meant to be with that woman.
Y'all, they tricked us. Yep, they tricked us. They had black women thinking that we need to keep up with men, that we gotta be bosses and be independent women. They tricked us. I just came from working every day, my own business. I opened and I closed there. I had no time for my family. I had no time for my husband. I had no time because I was tired. I had no time for my kids. I had other people getting them off the bus and not knowing what's going on with my older son. They tricked us, y'all. That's why black women are right now the #1 group getting diagnosed with autoimmune disorders, cancers. Many of these autoimmune disorders come from stress. When we try to live in our masculine. But they tricked us. They tricked us into living in our masculine when we should be living in our feminine.
And some of y'all still falling for it. You've been tricked, but now it's time to wake up out of that and right this.
The only thing men really need to learn is that you will never be able to make a woman happy. You just can't. If you last too long, then that's too much. But if you last too little, then that's too little. If you want too much intimacy, then you're being pushy. If you don't want intimacy at all, then you're cheating. You can remember to take out the trash, but she's going to remember that you didn't do the dishes. You can give her child support and you can give her over that and pay all of the in-between. And it's never enough, but when you pay nothing, then you're a deadbeat and she's still not happy. You could plan the perfect date, but if you didn't spend enough, then it's still not good enough. But if you don't plan a date, then you're a loser that puts in no effort. Women who don't have boobs want boobs. Women who don't have want women who have too much want a small. If you text too much, then you're basically a simp. But if you text too little, then you're a loser who doesn't care. You could buy her exactly what she wants, but if it's the wrong color, then it's still not exactly what she wants. You could give her all of the affirmation and all of the emotional support, but she's always going to remember the one time that you didn't. If you work too much, then you're not spending enough time with her. But then if you cut your hours and you're home with her more often, but you're making less money, then you're broke and you're basically a loser. If you watch too much football or have a hobby with the guys, then you're not invested in her. But if you don't have any hobbies or any other interests other than her, then you're a simp. Until you understand this as a man, that it's not your job or your responsibility to continuously make her happy, and that you can't make her happy, your life will be a lot easier. Okay, bye.
I don't know, but I genuinely do not like men. Like, I genuinely don't. And this is not coming from a place of hurt or bitterness, because honestly, nobody did to me. Nobody did anything to me, I promise you. But I literally couldn't imagine being in a relationship right now with a man. Like, I couldn't imagine it. I don't want you to touch me. I don't want to have with you. I don't want to cook for you. I don't want to pour into you. I don't want to text you all day. I don't want to pretend like I care about what you ate. I genuinely don't want anything to do with pouring into a man at this point in my life. And why? It's not coming from a place of hurt. I'm not a lesbian. I don't like women. I just genuinely don't like men. I don't know if it's due to the fact that the species of men that are out there right now are just not hitting on, but I just get so irritated when a man even speaks to me. Like, why the f*** are you talking to me? Why are you looking at me?
The only reason why she's saying that is because she see other women on the internet doing it. That's the only reason. If you're not a lesbian and guys haven't done anything to you, then why would you hate them? It just doesn't make any sense.
When women present to me on paper, right, he's everything. He's good looking, he treats me well, comes from a good family, he's kind, he's generous, he has a good job. What the is missing? Pick the guy. You guys are crazy. What do you want? You want him to use you?
Settle.
You want him to treat you like
never been in
There's
a toxic
something about
relationship.
women. You guys want a guy who's kind of got a rough edge to him. You guys want a guy who kind of treats you like a. I think there's something there when women can say, on paper, he's everything. Pick the guy then. What is missing? Tell me.
Compatibility.
Compatibility. Imagine if I sat here and said, she's beautiful, she's amazing, she treats me kindly, she's a virgin, whatever, all the things that men care about. She's all the great things, but I just didn't feel the vibe, I didn't feel the vibe. That's never gone through my mind. Trust me, the vibe will be there if everything on paper is there. You want the jerk, you want the bad boy, you want the guy with a bit of edge. That's dysfunction, just saying.
I learned this from men, actually. Started asking men, do you want to be married? Almost all of them said yes. But they never left out the sentence afterwards, the qualifier. When I meet the right person, if I meet the right person. So I listened very carefully, right? So I started asking the question, what makes a woman the right person for you to marry? There are 12 things on the list that make a person the right person to marry. And none of them are love. Nobody said love. I love her. That was the given. That's the easy part. Loving women is not scarce to them, so they don't have to find a woman to love. They're looking for a woman with complementary strength. And they see a woman that's really, really, really strong, but they don't need to be duplicated. And they don't want to be duplicated. They want to be admired for the ways that they're strong that you aren't. And the only reason they want to be admired by you is because they admire you.
I would never date a broke man. There really are a lot of arrogant individuals out there that truly believe that a lot of people really care who they would date. That is so pathetic as a man to be broke. That is your one job, to provide and protect. Well, actually, that would be 2 jobs, but I digress. And you're gonna let me pay for anything around you? No. There are some really entitled women out there, And believe it or not, they're not necessarily talking about someone that they're in a relationship with.
I would not even be friends with a guy who makes me pay for sex.
Oh yeah, some women feel entitled to leech off of their male friends as well.
You're a man, bro, and you're gonna watch a girl buy a coffee in front of you? You don't have $7? Like, no.
Like, yes, he should. Because it's just my opinion, but unless, of course, a woman is married to a man, that man doesn't have any financial obligation to her whatsoever. And I really feel sorry for women who think like this, because they're the very same ones who wonder why they don't get more respect from men.
I think that's what a lot of these modern women are getting confused by. A man, first of all, so he don't really have an obligation to care what you like, to care what you want. Number one. Number two, he don't have an obligation to provide for you and give you his money. And you're not his daughter, nor his wife, not his fiance. You're not even his girlfriend. Y'all come into the world, y'all come into these relationships, not even a relationship. Y'all are coming into, first time seeing a person, thinking that man should spend the bag on you. Are we hearing ourselves right now? You want a man, the first time seeing you, to drop $200 on you? We haven't really even talked like that. Especially when some of these girls are like, well, I want to save it for the date. So we've been texting here and there. And I just kind of want to save it until then. So you're telling me we hadn't said but basically 2 words to each other? And now I'm supposed to happily drop $200, $250 on you? Stupid.